So I grew up in the West Midlands, but my early childhood memories stem back to my experiences in my parents' homeland of Bangladesh. We spent quality time there year after year, and it really made me connect to the nature and appreciate things that we take for granted in our everyday life, things like water and electricity. And the scene in Bangladesh, as you can see, it's beautiful, it's green, it's thriving with life. But actually, in recent years, this has not been the case. As you might be aware, Bangladesh is one of the first countries to be most affected by climate change. And actually, I experienced this firsthand. Just 10 years ago, me and my family were traveling on a boat ferry across to a smaller island just off the coast of Bangladesh. And as we were approaching a tunnel bridge, our boat hit the bridge and capsized. And I nearly died. We all nearly drowned. And this was because the night before it had rained so badly that the water levels had risen. And for years, I couldn't go into the ocean, I couldn't go next to the waves. I felt so traumatized by this event. And thankfully, just 3 years ago, I became an open water diver to overcome my fears. And in doing so, I discovered the beauty of the underwater world. And again, just in the short few years that I've been diving, I've seen how rapidly the ecosystems are being affected by climate change. This, I'm sure many of you have seen on documentaries, but when you see this up front, it's an image you can never forget. And this is my little boy Noah. He's 6 months old tomorrow. The world is his oyster, or at least we think it will be. I don't want to have the awful conversation with him when he grows up about not being able to visit Bangladesh, to see his roots, because it no longer exists. Or that the coral reefs, the natural wonders of the world, no longer exist, because we've destroyed it. Let's not let the youngsters see the beauty of the world through documentaries and pictures. Our world is being faced with one of the biggest threats, much bigger than this pandemic that we're in. And if everyone makes just a small change, I really believe that we can overcome some of these challenges.
I've always been a lover of nature, our forests, our mountains, our animals. And equally, I've loved inspiring young people to enjoy this beauty too, and to speak up for what is right when it comes to our planet. Because I believe it's this very passion for nature that has made me who I am today. And in 2015, I was very excited to join the Tesla family. My job was simply to educate and inspire people about electric vehicles, so that the future generations would grow up with cleaner air and greener modes of transport. And then I decided to start my own business, Salisco, a renewable charging infrastructure firm to support electric vehicles and promote clean charging. We see ourselves as thought leaders, visionaries, and energy disruptors. And in 2020, amidst the pandemic, I was so fortunate to have had the most life-changing year on the personal front. I got married and later that year gave birth to a beautiful boy, which made me really realise that more so than ever, I need to do everything I can to make a difference, not just for our planet, but for the future generations like Noah and his friends. And I'm a big advocate of education, and Captain Planet has been the most profound educational resource for children since many years, and it will continue to shape the thoughts of many more children to come. And you can join us in becoming a Planeteer too.